would, you know, and we get a lot of complaints about some of the doctors that are in the Medicaid program, obviously, too. And so, but those that want to see their own doctor, they've been seeing on the private plan and stuff, those are the doctors that are trying to pull away from the Medicaid because they're not getting paid. But a lot of them have stated that there's no way that they will stay in practice if they have to make this.
And that's the big lie of this too, is you're saying more people are going to be covered. The reality is, we saw a huge expansion of Medicaid, but it's not covering more people because less and less doctors are taking it. The ones that take it too, or work through it, are the ones who really can't get patients any other way, which are sometimes the questionable doctors.
Well, the state that panels one, how many plans that we have, and we're finding now that there's more people being laid off. They're getting told we don't have doctors to enroll in with, so we have to try to find more doctors, and we have some coming in from out of the country that we can get them involved with, but people don't want those because they don't understand.
Well, they're cool.
They're not doctors.
Right. Yeah, just exactly right. Sorry.
I just had two quick points. One was in researching this healthcare legislation, I realized the only group that I found that was against it and said this is going to be horrible for the consumer was the generic pharmaceutical manufacturers, who have saved all of us money. So it's interesting that they had a best mind. Secondly, and because you're in the investment area, I understand you're doing focus groups on doing federal government confiscation or volunteer 401ks and the IRAs. So we haven't seen the end of all the bad news. More bad news is coming.
I know. Yeah, you're right.
But there is end-of-life counseling.
Let's go into business for that.
I guess to kind of build on the lady's comment in the back there, it would seem as though we do need doctors, and it seems as though one of the things that's preventing us from having doctors who are educated in the United States practicing is they're just starting to slide.
Right.
What can the federal government do? If we want them to do something positive, to encourage schools to open up more slots, to help with the certification of the schools so that they can train doctors.
That's a good question. I'm open to suggestions. I don't really know. What I've been hearing more is people are choosing not to go into medicine because of their fear of what
Costs
right
is
now,
phenomenal.
just more government intrusion.
Their
The
insurance
doctors really aren't practicing medicine. They're, they're just doing what the government tells them to do, or what the insurance companies sometimes are telling them to do. So I mean, it's many doctors I've talked to have discouraged their kids from going into the practice just because they said it's just not worth it. Go do something else. One thing, wasn't a doctor, but it was a builder here in King County. Great guy, really sharp, and he just said, you know what, I made a huge mistake. I should never have started my own business. I should have just gone into government. I should have become a bureaucrat, because the risk reward is upside down. There's no reward for being someone out there creating jobs. The reward is to someone who's pushing papers for 25, 30 years, and then becomes literally a millionaire, because we're making millionaires out of our bureaucrats because they're getting pensions of $60,000 a year that they can retire at 52, 55, something like that. And if you get $60,000 a year, you're a millionaire. If you get $60,000 a year pension, 6% of $1 million is $60,000. So basically, they're a millionaire that we are creating. And then we've seen the disparity too of private sector versus public sector, where it's ridiculous. It's like 2 to 1 oftentimes, where we're paying public sector people double what the private sector is paying right now because of the strong influence of the unions. And then on top of it, the pension system.
Where are you on cap and trade?
Opposed to it, 100%.
No hesitation on that one, was it?
Our military security.
Support our military, support. I do think that's something that is our responsibility as a national government, federal government, is to make sure that we are safe and secure, and that we have the ability to defend ourselves, and that we support our closest allies. Say again?
And our soldiers can.
Yeah.
All this BS that they're putting out is just that.
Yeah,
BS.
I agree.
Oh,
Can we
we can undo a lot, but again, it just piles up. And you know, he's gonna keep pushing on this stuff. So the sooner we can change this, the better. But it's scary. I mean, we see the damage that can